A significant development has surfaced in the ongoing saga surrounding Luis Diaz's future at Liverpool, one that could shift the landscape of the club's summer plans. The Colombian winger has been the subject of growing speculation in recent months, with interest from abroad refusing to go away and questions beginning to mount over his long-term role under Arne Slot. While Liverpool have remained relatively quiet on the matter publicly, a fresh update has now emerged that could offer a clearer glimpse into the player's future and potentially signal the start of serious movement. As the transfer window picks up pace, Diaz's situation is quickly becoming one to watch. So what has caused this? Let's break it down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Liverpool's search for a new striker has entered a decisive phase, with fresh links emerging to Crystal Palace forward Jean-Philippe Mateta. According to a report from Foot Mercato, the Reds recently held a meeting in Paris with Mateta and his representatives as they assess more financially viable alternatives to premium targets like Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike. Mateta, 28, is under contract at Selhurst Park until 2027 and is reportedly valued between £43 million and £52 million. The French striker has quietly assembled an impressive goal return across his past 2 Premier League campaigns. He has scored 30 goals in his last 72 appearances, demonstrating both consistency and physical presence that could suit Liverpool's system under Arne Slot. Foot Mercato report that Liverpool very much appreciate what Mateta has been doing and view him as a player who could transition quickly, given his experience in the league. Crystal Palace are reportedly open to doing business depending on the final offer. With just 2 years left on Mateta's deal, the South London club may see this summer as the right time to capitalise on his value, particularly if interest from other clubs, including Manchester United, continues to grow. Slot is understood to be open to options that provide depth and variety in attack, especially with the club keen to remain competitive on multiple fronts this season. Now, in a shock Luis Diaz revelation, Liverpool have immediately rejected Bayern Munich's official £58.6 million bid for Luis Diaz, who has reportedly made it clear to the club he wants to leave. Diaz's future has been a growing topic of discussion amid much publicised interest from Barcelona and Bayern Munich, plus Liverpool's stance that he is not for sale. A formal offer has since been tabled by the German champions, with The Athletic's David Ornstein reliably reporting that a bid worth £58.6 million was tabled and immediately rejected. The most pertinent line from Ornstein, however, is that Diaz has made clear to the club he wants to leave. Throughout the summer, Diaz has spoken of how he would be happy to stay at the club with or without a new deal, but that now appears to have changed, with the club's stance on the matter having been readily pushed as them not wanting to sell nor eager to offer a new contract. It is understandable why Diaz would seek to look elsewhere. Liverpool value Diaz at upwards of €100 million, with the report stressing that figure is for accounting purposes rather than a sales position, as their stance has been he is going nowhere. A figure they cannot refuse would obviously change their tune, but Bayern Munich would have to return to the table with a significant increase if a deal is to be brokered. On that note, Sky Germany's Florian Plettenberg adds on X that Bayern are preparing a new offer as the Colombian is their top priority, with personal terms not expected to be an issue. Diaz remains a valuable member of Arne Slot's squad, and there will also be a consideration from Liverpool of strengthening their European rivals if they were to agree a deal with Bayern. The player's stance has now been made clear, though that could yet be posturing for a new deal. But that will not change how Liverpool manage the situation of a player who is still contracted for a further 2 years. In other news, Liverpool's contract talks with Ibrahima Konate remain at a standstill, and Real Madrid are reported to be working on a deal to land yet another player on a free transfer. Konate is out of contract next summer, and talks over a new deal have yet to reach a positive conclusion, with the two parties still not close to an agreement. It leaves the door ajar for another defender to leave on a free transfer next year if Liverpool do not feel the need to attempt to secure a fee this summer while he is still in contract. Real Madrid have been consistently name-checked as suitors, and reports in Spain are pushing the narrative, which transfer journalist Fabrizio Romano has now added to. We can confirm that Real Madrid are working on a deal to sign Ibrahima Konate in the summer of 2026 on a free transfer, he told the media. Similar to the Trent Alexander-Arnold situation once again, Real Madrid are really interested in the player. They already had some contact to be informed about the situation of the player. Real Madrid are very attentive to this case. At the moment, there is no proposal, there is nothing official, as he is still a Liverpool player, so Real Madrid will respect that, but the interest is there. Liverpool will persist in their negotiations over a new deal with the 26-year-old, but the possibility of losing another defender in their prime for free will be weighing heavily. On the current contract discussions, Romano added that at this stage, an agreement is not close at all, which makes it no surprise Real are lurking like sharks with a smell of blood. It reminds us of when Arne Slot aimed a dig towards the Spanish side last season, saying, "If my memory is correct, I think it happens mostly with a certain club that brings free agents in, and you don't see it that much at other big clubs yet." Liverpool remain in control of their centre-back ranks, but they are still to replace Sharel Kwanzaa after he signed for Bayer Leverkusen. Mark Guay has been signposted as his replacement. Konate was one of 10 senior players who did not feature in the first pre-season friendly at Preston, with his first minutes this summer expected to come on the trips to Hong Kong and Japan. In other news, Liverpool have made an approach to Newcastle for Alexander Isak, and they are ready to discuss a fee in the region of £120 million. The club's ideal target for the number 9 position this season has always come back around to Isak, who Newcastle have briefed time and time again is not for sale. But in a significant development on Tuesday afternoon, transfer journalist Fabrizio Romano and The Athletic's David Ornstein both reported within minutes of each other that Liverpool have made their move. An approach has been made by Liverpool. While no formal offer has been submitted, they are described as having communicated their interest to do a deal in the region of £120 million. With Newcastle currently negotiating for Eintracht Frankfurt's Hugo Ekitike, Liverpool have clearly sensed the time to move is now as they prioritise signing a new number 9. Isak is contracted until 2028 and had been projected to cost in excess of £150 million, a figure Liverpool could afford while still being compliant under PSR rules. Newcastle have a strong hand when it comes to Isak's future, but Liverpool would not have moved forward with an approach to the Magpies had they not received encouragement from the player. Ekitike is a player who is also on their radar, as he is of a similar profile to Isak, but the Swede has shown why he is the number 1 target this summer after his most prolific season in England. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.